Hello everyone, my name is Lila from the Edison Public Library, and today we are going to be making some bee hotels in honor of Earth Day. Now, bee hotels are a great way to keep your pollinators safe near your house and to attract more bees to your garden. As you know, bees are slowly going extinct, so having a bee hotel is a fantastic way to bring the bees into your garden. So let's get into what you're going to need. Now for this craft, you're going to need some tin cans, some paint, some twine, tape, a pair of scissors, a pencil, of course a paintbrush for your paint, and some paper. So I'm using paper today because that's what I have available to me. I've also seen people make this out of bamboo stalks and some wood that they have carved into. But today, since we have paper available, that's what we're going to be using. And when it comes to the paint, be careful with what colors you pick. I'll explain this later in the video, but bees can only see certain colors, so you really want to attract them with your bee hotel. So let's get into making our bee hotels. Now the first thing we're going to do is paint our cans. Now you're going to want to be very careful with the colors that you pick out because unlike us, bees can't see every single color. They do have better vision than us, but it's only for certain colors. So these are four of the colors that I found work best for bees. So it would be yellow, white, blue, purple, or violet. So let's get painting. I think I'm going to make mine a nice yellow for today. So I'm going to keep painting this. I'll see you guys in a bit. So now that I have my bee hotel all painted, I'm going to set it to the side to dry, and we are going to start on the little burrowing holes that are going to go inside the cans. So the burrowing holes are what's going to make up the bee hotel, and it's what's really going to attract the bees to stay at your little spot. So they're super easy to make. They are just these little paper tubes. So let's get into how you're going to make them. So the first thing I did was I measured how deep my can was. So you just do that by grabbing one of them, sticking it in, and just seeing where the mark hits. This one is about 10 inches, but the one I'm planning on using is 11 inches. So once I figured out how deep it was, I grabbed one of my pages and I tried to figure out if it would fit depending on how I rolled it. And I figured out that it was best to just cut my page in half, because that would make the exact 11 inches I need. So we'll give the page a little trim. And once I have a page size that I want, I'm going to take a pencil and just start rolling. Now it helps to make different types of tubes like the ones I showed you guys. So some of them can be thicker, some of them can be thinner, but you just want to make sure that you're not trapping the bees in there. So don't make them too small. That's why the pencil is there, to give you just the right size. So once I have my tube ready, I'm going to take some tape, oopsie, and just tape it together. Now as long as the tape is on the outside, it's not going to harm the bees at all. And there we go. We have one more tube ready to go. So once it's in the can, it's going to look a little something like this. So you're going to want to fill up the whole can. So I'm going to make a couple more of these, and I'll see you guys once the cans are dry. Now I've made about half my roll, so I just wanted to show you guys how the bee house is going to start looking. So you want to fill in as tightly as you can, just to prevent the bees from going into any gaps or from getting trapped in there. Because again, it's a bee hotel, they're meant to be there temporarily, they're not there to stay forever. So I'm going to keep making my rolls and keep letting my cans dry, and I'll see you guys in a bit. So once your can is dry and all your tubes are done, you could just start putting together your bee hotel nice and easy. So this is what the finished product is going to look like. I know I've been showing you guys the process as we go along. I have about 30 tubes in here because you want to keep it nice and tight. You want to make sure that they can't wiggle around too much and won't get trapped in there. I've also attached a couple of strings so I can hang it up from a branch if I wanted to. You can hang them up really anywhere you want, but make sure it's in a cool, dry place because you want to keep the bees dry and you want to keep the inside of the bee hotel safe as well. So we hope you'll make a nice bee hotel and encourage some pollinators this year for Earth Day, and we hope to see you again real soon. Have a good one.